Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Jumbo Banana here with a brand new video and on a 40 and 8 gameplay. Well, the first thing I wanted to talk about was the new contrast that I did on my video. I changed the contrast to make the colors seem more vivid, and I was just wondering if you liked it better. And it would be awesome if you left some feedback, knowing if you liked it or not. So, but what I want to talk about inside this video is when I got expelled and caught by the cops in the same exact day. I know I'm going to get a lot of bad feedback on this video, but I'm going to upload it anyway. Well, it all started inside of spring when I went to this new school, and this kid came up to me. I'm going to call him Nick. And he said, "Hey, could I buy $40 worth of weed off of you?" I said, "I don't know, because a few weeks ago, or earlier than that, I bought $60 worth of weed, and I didn't want my dad to notice that I was missing that money." So I said, I didn't want my dad to notice. So I was like, okay, I'll think about it. So I went around and asked some people. They said he was cool. He wouldn't tell on me. So I decided to sell it to him. 4 days later, not thinking anything of it. I didn't think anything was going to happen. 4 days later, my friend came up to me, or the dean came up to me and said, "Hey, did you sell this kid a bag of weed?" And I said, "No, I have no idea what you're talking about." And they searched me, they patted me down, the assistant principal, the dean, the administrators all searched me. They didn't find anything, even though I had weed on me. A pipe, weed, everything. They didn't find anything on me. And they were like, "Well, did you sell this kid a bag of weed?" I'm like, "Nope." They said, "Well, we got a video of you guys walking into the bathroom together." And he said that's when you did the drug deal. And apparently, he sold it to a kid that smoked the weed on a bus. And then he pointed his pipe at the camera and was like, "Yeah, I'm high as fuck." Got caught by the bus driver, told on the guy I sold it to, then he told on me. And then said, "Well, you guys did the drug deal inside of the bathroom." And I said, "No, I didn't." And somehow I still got expelled, even though they didn't catch me with anything or anything. I still got expelled. So I was kind of pissed off. I was sitting there, and the kid, my friend came up to me and said, that I'm going to call him Mike. Mike came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm getting a 5-foot bong later today. Just forget about this shit and just pretend it never happened." And I had a little bit of weed, and he had a little bit of weed. We were like, okay, cool. So we were sitting there smoking out of this 5-foot bong he just got, and we were really, really high. And my friend called me. I'm going to call him Austin. He came up to me, and I said, or he said, "Grant, if you need food, if you need water, if you need anything, I got you. You can come over to my house, I'll take care of you." And I thought I was talking to my friend. I'm like, because I used to smoke with him too. And I said, "It's cool, I got a bong." And then he hung up, and I was like, well, I didn't think anything of it because I was really high. And then later that day, my buddy, we kept on smoking and smoking and smoking. We had like a quarter ounce altogether, half ounce. And we're just sitting there. I'm not sure if it was a quarter ounce or half ounce. And then my friend texted us and said, "Hey, can I come over?" And he didn't know we were getting the 5-foot bong or anything. So he was like, I said, "Yeah, sure." And we were almost out of weed. And he would have been pissed off. He didn't even know we got the bong or weed or anything. And he smokes weed too. So he said, "Okay, I'll be there in 5 minutes." And then 5 minutes later, we heard at the door, boom, 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 boom. We were like, my friend and I just looked at each other really high, just like, dude, that sounds like the cops. And we were super high. We were like, dude, that's probably just Trevor. And we were just sitting there. We were really, really high, just sitting there. And then I heard him walking around upstairs talking and stuff. And we were like, couldn't quite make out what they were saying. So we figured it was him. And I was sitting there. I was like, dude, imagine how pissed off he'll be if he sees me hitting it on the last bowl that we packed. So we're just sitting here smoking out of it. And then I heard him walking down the stairs. And I was like, "Here, hand it to me, hand it to me, hand it to me." And he lit it for me. And I was sitting there hitting it. And I was looking at it down at the ground, and we were completely out of weed now. And I looked up, my friend looked at me and tapped on my shoulder and went, "Oh shit, Grant," while I was hitting it. And I looked up, there was a cop standing there. And then I was just sitting here hitting a bong while the cop is staring at me. And I was thinking what was going through my mind. I was just sitting there like, oh god, what do I do, what do I do? And I'm just sitting here, and I thought, oh fuck it, this is my last hit in a long time. He already caught me hitting the bong. So I cleared it. That's when you pull up the slide, and then you hit it as hard as you can until there's no smoke left. And then I tried to hold it in as long as I can, and the cop started walking towards me, and I tried to hold it in while he handcuffed me, and then he punched me in the stomach after he handcuffed me. And I exhaled, and we were sitting up there, and apparently it was my friend's dad that I was talking to on the phone when I said, "It's cool, I got a bong," when he hung up on me. And I was just sitting here, and when I said a bong, the dad thought I said 8-ball, so they yelled at us, and they were like, "Where's the 8-ball?" And we didn't know what 8-ball was at the time. We did not know that it was cocaine, and we had nothing to do with that. We don't want to have anything to do with that. So we're sitting here, high, and they're screaming at us, "Where's the 8-ball?" We're like, my friend and I was looking at each other, like, "What's 8-ball?" They're like, "Quit being a smartass." We're like, "No, we don't know what 8-ball is." And they're screaming at us, and we're like on the point of crying, like, "We don't know what 8-ball is." And then we were just sitting there screaming. They were screaming at us for like 20 minutes, and then finally I was like, "Wait, okay, what's another name for 8-ball?" They said, "Cocaine." And we just looked at each other. We were like, "Oh shit, no." We didn't have anything to do with that. And they didn't believe us. They tried to search us. They didn't find any cocaine because we had nothing to do with that. And they arrested us. They took my friend to jail. And they took me back home because it was only my first offense. It was his second offense. And they took me to my grandparents' house because I was living with my grandparents at the time. And I showed up at the door handcuffed. And my grandma just opened up the door, and I was like, "Hi, Grandma." And she was acting all happy. And then as soon as the cop closed the door after he handcuffed me, they were screaming at me so loud and just yelling at me for hours and hours that night. Then I finally went to bed, and she was arguing with my parents about it and just a bunch of different stuff. And yeah. And what I've learned from this entire thing was, do not sell drugs. It may seem like it's a good idea at first, and if you're not smart enough, it can cause you so much trouble. And so can weed. So, yeah, that's the end of the story. If you could please leave a like, and please leave some good feedback inside the comments, not mean feedback, and maybe subscribe if you want to, then that'd be cool. Thanks, and just enjoy the rest of the feedback.
Friendly UAV inbound. Lightning strike on standby.
他死了，请跟走。
雄鱼2在头顶上准备目标，
Lightning strike coordinates received. Inbound.
射得好，多个敌人战败。
Friendly lightning strike inbound. UAV inbound.
Attack reload. 走吧，走吧，走吧。
Care package inbound.
可以，没事没事，抓到了。